Hey, it's a beer video, and I just feel like a little bit of inside baseball about the beer video that it's not that interesting, but I think it's funny. So whenever you see the beer video, whenever whatever, you're probably thinking like, I wonder if there was like if we discuss things or if we plan things out or anything. We literally just both get on a Zoom call and just start. No net, no ideas, no planning, no nothing other than beer.
Yep.
It's a top-notch operation here, but no matter what you think of it, it's still going to be better than a Barry Weiss run CBS News.
Oh God. Oh God. Uh, oh no.
Yep, your granddad's favorite news station is just going to be um, telling him a lot of bullshit soon. Not that that isn't already, but um, yeah. The other thing, speaking of CBS, I can't believe I'm starting with CBS. Good, you're
Hold
gonna
on.
say
Hold
good.
I have an extremely cursed fact to tell you. Did you know apparently Barry Weiss dated Kate McKinnon?
No, I did not know this. Huh?
Yeah.
What happened
Um,
there?
I don't know.
Nothing rubbed off?
I have no strong feelings on Kate McKinnon. I think she's a very gifted impressionist.
Yeah.
Uh, I wasn't a huge fan of the writing and some of her SNL work, but that's not on her. But yeah, that's horrifying to imagine, isn't it?
Really is. It really is. Uh yeah, I don't even understand how that was a thing that happened, but
I think Barry Weiss used to be like maybe less obviously bananas.
yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, really.
Yeah, and now we're just gonna let her be in charge of the news. So that's great. So if you think that your uncle and your grandfather's one day going to wake up and get better, they're not. Because
Yeah.
we're not helping them. We are just driving them deeper into the madness. And speaking of CBS, like I never have that channel on anyway, but during football season, a lot of the Steeler games are on CBS. So
Mhm.
that's the time I get to see the shows that they are pitching for, the upcoming season. Holy
Mhm.
fuck. These don't seem like real shows. There was a show it's called like Sheriff County. Real show.
Huh. Oh,
Sheriff County.
boy. Oh, well, that's great. That's just great. We live in a very cool timeline, that's for sure.
Yeah, we really are. It's been well, it's been another shitty week.
That's for sure. Yeah. Well, the looks like the National Guard and ICE moved into Chicago, which is pretty close to us.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm not feeling great about that.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't know, like Norway and Sweden must have felt in the 40s. Uh,
Yeah, but by your own by your own government.
well, okay, Norway was occupied by Nazis. There's a lot of fun stories that came out of that. But I think my favorite actually is what happened to okay, so you know the term Quisling is a
Mhm.
like traitor or turncoat that comes from Vidkun Quisling, who betrayed Norway to the Nazis and led to like the Nazi occupation. Um, so after after the Axis was defeated, he was executed, and I think his house was turned into a World War II resistance museum,
Nice. Well,
which
good.
as a fuck you. That's like basically like digging up his corpse, spitting on it, and reburying it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's the it's the smart move that America didn't make at the end of the Civil War. And here we are.
yeah. So of interest to our friends from the metal world, Varg Vikernes has bragged in the past about being related to Vidkun Quisling. So
Yeah.
I guess being a shitty little gremlin runs in the family.
I'm not going to show this to you because one, you'll just get mad, and two, I can't really get this away from like where it is. But I bought a Lord of the Rings pop vinyl at Barnes and Noble like 5 years ago of the character Grishnak, and my line was, "This is the only thing Grishnak that will ever be in this house, is that."
Oh, Christ. He has the soul of a Funko Pop, the
Hmm.
man.
Yeah, yeah. And for anybody out there who doesn't know, Varg, who we're talking about, who was Burzum. He was as a one-man black metal band. He his stage name was Count Grishnak, which obviously was
For
taken from Lord of the Rings.
not read Lord of the Rings, Grishnak basically is a very brief POV character. He exists to like sit around a work campfire, notice some things that are a little off, and get murked pretty much instantly. So
Yeah.
I never really understood that as a cool guy metal name. Like, I have my beef with Star Wars fans who are super into Boba Fett because, like, after a few scenes, he just kind of gets knocked into a hole and dies.
Yeah.
Maybe Boba Fett had more to do than Grishnak.
Yeah. 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 I mean, he at least was involved with a major storyline in Empire going into Jedi. So I mean, he at
Really.
least has that. And he survived. He survived the Sarlacc pit.
I
Um,
acknowledge Book of Boba Fett.
what's did you say you don't acknowledge it?
Um, okay, I watched a couple episodes just to give it a fair shake, and I don't know, it's just one of those like extended universe kind of things where you can tell like they're just throwing whatever at it in the hope it sticks. I
It was
did,
unnecessary.
yeah, I did think that the lead actor was really good, and like he clearly was very into playing the character, and it's kind of
Mhm.
a better material to work with. But oh
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I hope he continues to get work and he's in some better stuff in the future.
Yeah. Um, Funny enough, speaking of like, yeah, like the million Star Wars projects that are out there right now, I did not mind the Obi-Wan, because it was short. It wasn't like 2 or 3 episodes. It wasn't very long. I don't think, or my brain is not working. But I kind of actually enjoyed that.
I have
Oh,
seen that.
sorry.
I've heard Andor's really good. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to streaming services because like I'm just trying to buy more physical media. Um, the one thing I do want to watch is Andor, I guess, just because people
Yeah, me
talk about
too.
it. I did see like one clip of a fight scene from Ahsoka that was being circulated around, and Jesus Christ, man, all I have to say was literally everyone in Hong Kong busy. It is literally people standing in a line, doing weapon poses. Like, you know, I, I mean, I know Star Wars, like, it's never been like kind of a hugely flashy fight scene movie. Even like the fight scenes that are kind of dramatic linchpins, they don't have like super exaggerated choreography like you see in a
Yeah,
lot of movies,
yeah,
but it was just so boring and bad looking. It's like if you're gonna have like a Mandalorian, a Jedi, and God, I forget who the third person even was, but it's like I want to see him do some moves. I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, what was really, I mean, yeah, there's the only fight that I can think of off the top of my head in Star Wars that was like, from a choreography standpoint, kind of thrilling was Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Obi-Wan from, shockingly enough, The Phantom Menace.
You know, I hate the Phantom Menace, but that fight scene actually is incredible.
Yeah,
So give
yeah,
them that. I do think it's funny. Like people complained about Snoke in the sequel trilogy, like being built up as a villain, then getting unceremoniously chopped in half. But
which was hilarious.
yeah,
I
let's
I
remember,
died
kids,
laughing.
that has been done. No, I thought it was actually like I thought in that movie it worked and it was pretty funny. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I don't think every villain needs a dramatic, like, and I think sometimes it's kind of funny and apt when, like, they give their big, like, villain speech and then just, like, have, like, a really dumb death.
yeah.
Like,
He's getting sliced down the middle.
the lightsaber equivalent of a car backfiring.
Yeah.
Like it's maybe it's just me. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, the two scenes in the late like the newest Star Wars trilogy that I laughed at the most was that and just the end of the third movie whenever at the end it's just the Emperor. Like I laughed out of like frustration more than anything of like, "Oh my God, that's what this
Yeah.
was?"
I didn't hate Rise of Skywalker nearly as much as some people did, but
I didn't
God,
hate it.
there were so many scenes that were basically just like, them kind of jangling keys in people's faces, which was
Yeah,
exhausting.
a lot of key
I,
jangling.
I thought some scenes, like I thought I don't know, the part where it's just like they stamp, they do like a fucking animal stampede across the wing of a low atmosphere spaceship. Like
Yeah.
that was really cool. I wish it had been in a better movie, and I think that would have made people appreciate it more.
Yeah.
That was like, I saw that and it was like, okay, cool. This is like the things I watch Star Wars for. Like this is kind of stupid, but it's kind of fun, and I enjoy watching it. So whatever.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I felt like the actors really were better than the material there, and they were the ones that made me not loathe Rise of Skywalker as much. Like I think on the whole, I hate the prequels a little more just because
Without
it's
question.
harder to watch, just because there's so much bad dialogue and like the actors sound like they're reading every line at gunpoint. Like
Yeah.
at least with the sequels, like even when the writing got and the plotting got pretty rough, like every single person who was in that movie was trying so hard to sell me on this shit. I
Yeah.
almost like it's like uh.
The thing I always say with the prequels is if you can put Samuel L. Jackson in a movie and have him be lifeless, you fucked up.
Yeah, and it's like um I feel so bad for people being mean to Jake Lloyd about it. Like he wasn't good, but no one
Yeah.
was. And like if
Yeah.
you're 7 years old, of course you're going to do what like the adult who is your boss is telling you to do. And judging from like everyone's performance in all the prequel movies, he was just like, okay, so just like kind of loudly shout your lines at the camera wearing a completely dead expression.
Yeah.
Because like not only is that what Jake Lloyd did, it's also what like
Yeah.
actual good actors like Hayden Christensen did.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like Star Wars just took Hayden Christensen down. I mean, he was very well thought of before those movies, and oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
No, he's
Um,
not.
I spent like a while hating him, but then I finally saw him in a non-Star Wars thing. It's like, oh, okay, when you have like a competent director and like script that sounds like things people actually say to each other,
Yeah.
like fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like I always kind of relate to like the prequels to watching like late Vince McMahon era WWE because he would script all of the wrestlers. And they would just say things that nobody in their right mind would ever fucking say. He had Roman Reigns. Now, granted, they have completely rehabilitated Roman Reigns. But at one point, when they were trying to get him over as a babyface, they had him say suffer and succotash.
Ew. Okay. Like, my one thought on Roman Reigns has always been, hmm, okay, I don't want to say something rude and gross, but he's a pretty man, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
my
think
one
you're
thought on Roman
alone.
is like, ah, nice.
Unfortunately, he is a Trump support. Well, at least
Yeah,
in that Vanity Fair article, he said he voted for Trump and
God, it's Gina Carano all over again. Apparently, there's some kind of curse when I think some like famous fight person is hot.
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. The way he said it in the interview was it was that he said that he usually votes more Democrat, but in this case he went with Trump. We're like, okay, dude, like why? But I don't know. That whole company's in bed with Trump anyway, so he was probably like,
Well, I'm reminded of when AOC kind of had an open ask on her Instagram stories, like, I know there are some people that voted for me and for Trump. Can you
yeah,
explain? And like he strikes me as one of those people like, how do you vote? I don't know, vibes, just vibes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. We have beers. I think you went first last week, right?
No, I think I went second.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why don't you go first?
Okay, yeah, I just rewatched a bunch of old videos because I was trying to remember if I'd done this beer before. Um, so
I've had to do that before.
uh, I apologize. So it's from Wandering Leaf, our friends. Yeah, that's why I thought I may have done it because we've done a ton of theirs. It's a French saison. I do love a saison. It's called Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls.
That title does sound familiar, but I could be wrong. But it's okay. What are we gonna
The
what are we gonna do?
last,
We're just here having beers.
I did look at the last few Wandering Leaf ones, and I think I may have been confusing it with their Hefeweizen, which is called Please Sir, May I Have Another?
Yeah. If you did this one, it hasn't been for a long time.
Okay,
I don't think it's
cool.
anything we've done like in the last couple of years.
Right. There may be some repeats on here, so
We
you
don't
know.
mean to, but we're not, that's another thing we don't do is we don't have a running list of the beers we've done. Should we have done that? Probably.
Yeah, oh well. I'll spreadsheet. I don't know, maybe sometime in the dead of Minnesota winter.
Yeah. But look, some people will be seeing, if you did this one before, there will be some people seeing this that didn't see you last time. And, you know,
Our grand mob of 23 subscribers.
hmm I'm sure one of them will be mad and they can fuck off. You hear me? I'm just going to run off the people we already have.
This is pretty good, pretty solid. If you've had a saison ever, you know what this tastes like. So maybe I will ding it a few points for like not being particularly inventive.
Yeah.
That being said, it's a good example of the style. If you've never had a saison, I think um, it's a Belgian style. Could be wrong.
All right, something just fell over.
Just kind of light, sweet, mildly spicy, I would describe it as. You think
Yeah.
that's um and this is nice to have. One of the big breweries around here did a flagship saison that they recently retired, and I'm very, very sad about it because like now I can no longer get saison on tap whenever I feel like it. So, it's nice to see that there's a good one readily available again.
And what's the ABVs? It should be pretty low, right?
5.3. So
Okay. Actually, it's a little higher than I expected it. Usually most of the saisons I find are like in the four range.
I think that's common for some, but not all of them.
Yeah.
I think the one I was talking about, which is Liftbridge's Farm Girl, is similar to that. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. I have an interestingly bitter aftertaste for a saison. This is pretty good, but I've had better and more inventive from Wandering Leaf. So,
Yeah.
if I,
With a title like that, you would expect maybe a little bit more.
yeah, well, I mean, not necessarily. I think this is what they were going for, evidently, and I think there could be said for like just making a solid staple kind of beer
Sure.
than like trying to reinvent the wheel, Like
Yeah.
I
Sorry to
think
keep you on, Buck.
I think well, we all know and love Hammerheart here.
We do.
Do like interesting tweaks on like classic styles. Like I think the smoked element in the Hefeweizen is really good.
Yeah.
Um, plays so beautifully off those sweet flavors. But like sometimes, you get a lot of breweries that like do beers that just like have too much weird shit in them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you can overdo it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I think the thing, and I think this is what you're saying, is like, I think what's interesting about what Hammerheart does in breweries like that is, they do take a style that's not, you know, um, super unique. And maybe that's not the right, but they take a regular style and but they tweak it just enough so that it's giving you maybe some different flavors or some different twists and turns that you wouldn't get from just like a normal version of that beer.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just a yeah, just a straightforward saison. So if it seems like I'm saying it's boring or whatever, it's not, like
Yeah,
I think it's decent. Yeah, definitely kind of on the drier side for a saison, which I like.
yeah,
Um, like the Megadeth one. Dave Son, is that anything? No, no, I'll stop. Um, it's good, but it's almost too sweet. So this is kind of the opposite, but that's fine.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I keep yawning. I apologize. I think it's because I've had a really rough last couple hours. It's just been annoying. It's like just one of those things where just one thing after another starts happening, and like you can't get
Yeah.
the string of events to stop. And so I think my adrenaline's finally down, and now I'm just doing a lot of yawning, but
There-
uh, we'll get through it. Um, Shirts.
Okay, so I'm wearing my Mesa long sleeve. I got this as the last road burn. I told myself I was not going to buy any band shirts, but I decided to get this because Mesa is from Italy, obviously. Um, so I know they're not going to tour in the US anytime soon. And actually, now that this tariff bullshit is happening,
Yeah.
and most postal services in Europe straight up will not ship to the States.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the band Smolder, well, I guess they're now based in Finland. I think they were originally, some of them are from Canada. I'm not sure what their original. I think they were originally in Canada.
Two of them live in Finland now because Sarah got like some kind of sweet job in Finland. I'm very jealous.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was why. Oh, good for her.
Yeah. So, I don't know. As someone who's like, my pipe dreams moving to the Nordics, I'm just like, please teach me your ways.
Well, the thing with them is that they can't ship anything because they're in Finland, but Nameless Grave Records, that's in the US, is going to distribute their albums now. So if you're looking for Smolder vinyl, which you should because they're awesome, you can get it through Nameless Grave. And I did ask them a question about like, are you going to also have give them, are they going to have shirts too? Because I had a shirt and it's too small on me. And I'd love to get a bigger one. This is my message to Smolder. If any of you can reach out to them on my behalf. Anyway, I'm wearing a Falls Aurora shirt. Hey, and it is The Light That Dwells in Rotten Wood, which is that their first album or
I
their
think so.
second?
I actually have that shirt. I was gonna get rid of it because it doesn't fit me that well, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just get a new one. I have to
That's what I
represent them
did.
as those are hometown boys.
Yes, that's right. That's the other reason I wore it.
Yeah, actually, I remember seeing like ads for their very first demo, like up in the local record store when they like had just barely become a band.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just watching them do so well has been very nice to see.
Yeah. They're an
Like,
awesome band.
yeah, and I don't claim to know them like super well personally. Like, they were kind of passing acquaintances of me and my ex-boyfriend. He's one of the good ex-boyfriends, by the way, not the worthless ones. Uh, but yeah, they were passing acquaintances of me and like one of my ex-boyfriends, and I don't know, like I don't know much about them, but yeah, like I've always been fairly solid dudes by reputation and like
Mm.
obviously musicians. So like yeah, watching them succeed has been incredible. Love it.
And another Lord of the Rings reference.
Yes.
Um, all right, so I have I've done this brewery before. They're called Other Half, and this beer is called Mr. Softee Space Twisty. It's a
Mm,
vanilla stout, and it's got these little soft ice cream boys and girls on the side.
cute.
That's what made me want to get it. So there's that. And so
That's
this,
slightly polished, by the way.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5 weeks old too, and it's really holding up well. Like a perfect soft serve twist cone, this collab is a project created by Other Half and Mr. Softee. And the
Oh,
result is a perfectly balanced, rich, and flavorful stout conditioned with vanilla. 6.5% brewed with Madagascar vanilla. So yeah, I didn't realize it was a collaboration with Mr. Softee. So surprise. Oh,
God, I go so back and forth on vanilla stouts.
me
Like some,
too.
yeah, some of them are good, just taste like vanilla Coke.
Yeah. I'm drinking out of my Dogfish Head Fantasy Football League glass that I really wasn't supposed to be able to buy.
Oh, gee,
Uh,
football starting, isn't it?
what's that?
Football season's starting. My friend had a
Yes.
football season opening party that I didn't go to today, and I feel kind of bad, but I'm sorry, Nick. I'm just not that into football.
Well, Minnesota doesn't even play till tomorrow night. So if it was for the Vikings, they
Well,
play tomorrow.
he,
But it was,
this friend's a Packers guy.
oh, okay. All right. By the way, my first, I just took a smell of it. Very hoppy. Did not expect it to smell as hoppy as it does.
That
Yeah.
is okay. Sure, whatever.
Let's give it a shot. Huh. It's hoppier than you would expect from a stout. Um, Pretty bitter. I'll be honest, the vanilla is on the lighter side. It's a nice rich taste. It's rich tasting, but yeah, it's not. You're not being bombarded with vanilla. It's more like a hint of vanilla. Um, Although there's more of it in the aftertaste. Because like now that I'm talking, I'm getting more of it. So yeah, it's subtle and it's really on the back end that it really gets you. And I really thought this is going to make me hungry for soft serve ice cream, but it's not. So maybe that's good or bad. I don't know. Um,
I will say, and I've been thinking a lot about my Dirtbag 20s because I went to Palmer's today. Um, Sorry, this is going to be a tangent. Palmer's is a bar in Minneapolis that has existed for 116 years. It is closing next week.
oh shit.
Their shitty ex-owner embezzled like 6 figures worth of money from it.
Nice.
There are obviously other factors like COVID was a huge hit for obvious reasons.
Sure.
Like the neighborhood they're in, oof, excuse me. Now it's like a lot of the population is Somali immigrants who
Yeah.
Muslim mostly and therefore don't drink. So,
Yeah.
um, those were factors, but yeah, like that dude stealing a bunch of money to fund his cocaine and gambling habits is a huge factor. Tony Zaccardi, suck my dick. I hope you find weevils in every meal you eat from now on. You know what? Especially chaps my ass is like that idiot has like a cushy public health job in the city.
For now.
Anyway, sorry, I was reminiscing about my dirtbag 20s, and I'm just thinking about like when my worthless ex-boyfriend and I once got like a pint of ice cream and a bottle of cheap bourbon, and we hit on the idea of just like kind of saucing the ice cream with the bourbon, and that
Oh
was
boy. How was that? Did it Was it a good idea?
oh, it was a great idea, I'd
Okay.
say.
Okay.
Would have been better if we'd made it into like a float situation, but
That's
just
what I thought
pouring
you were
bourbon
gonna
out.
say. Yeah. I have a really hard time. By the way, this beer, just to wrap up this beer, pretty nice beer. I'm glad it's not overly vanilla. Like you said, it doesn't taste like a vanilla Coke. It's not hammering you over the head with it. Really surprised by the amount of hops. It's not IPA level, don't get me wrong. It's more than I would expect from a stout. But the thing that this stout avoids, which is good, is when I saw it was 6.5 ABV. Usually to me that indicates thin stout, and it's not. It's not a thin stout.
Yeah,
Uh,
I feel like some Irish stouts kind of avoid that problem. Like Guinness is chewable basically,
yeah,
but it's 4% or something of that.
yeah, it's low. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a little lighter, like it's more of a caramel color and like a light caramel color. So it's a yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
what's that?
I can see right through there.
Yeah.
Not like not like the very dense black hole kind of quality I see sometimes.
Yeah. 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 Definitely thinner and yeah, a little easier to see through. So there you go. Um, I don't think I've told you this. Maybe I have. If we've already talked about this, tell me to shut the fuck up and talk about something else. There's television shows that I have not had a chance to see for various reasons. The Wire. I've never seen The Wire ever. I've never seen an episode. Um, it's
I
not
watched
that.
a few because one of my one of my other ex-boyfriends, God, I remember my ex-boyfriends a lot. And they're 50-50 good and bad.
Sure.
The good ones live in Maine, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, like one of them loved The Wire so much he would make little pew pew noises whenever Idris Elba was in anything else.
Well, oh, sorry. So what I'm building toward is I am now halfway through season 3 for the first time ever watching Breaking Bad. I had never watched it. I don't know why. There was no reason not to watch it, just never did. And Lex just kept harping on like you guys need to watch Breaking Bad, watch it. And I'm like, okay, all right, I will get to it, I promise. Halfway through season 3, I'm an asshole, and I should have been watching this all along. But the nice thing is I can just watch it all in one chunk and not have to wait between weeks and seasons because I don't know how I would have done that.
Good. Well, maybe I need to get back to it. Matt and I got like, I remember we watched it like when we were chilling in our hotel in Norway in 2014. So, yeah, we should get back to that.
Yeah, it's I'm not telling you anything that hasn't been said a million times by other people, but fuck. That
Yeah,
show.
I need to get catch up on The Sopranos. God,
I've never seen The Sopranos. There's another show. I don't like movies and shows that much. I'm kind of not into it.
my one thing, okay, the one thing that's kind of sold me on it was like James Gandolfini is a really good actor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, yeah.
and I just love like the one line that everyone kind of quotes, like it's anti-Italian discrimination. Uh, did you see James Gandolfini on Sesame Street?
I think so.
Yeah, it's okay, so I know some of the audience here is into other YouTubers. But anyway, if you are not Lindsay Ellis, who's a kind of pop culture review YouTuber person, she has a video on Miss Rachel, the children's entertainer, and kind of the death of empathy. Anyway, she includes a little clip of James Gandolfini on Sesame Street, like, yeah, sure, I get scared sometimes. And like that's super cute. And it
Yeah.
reminds me of like that football player in I think the 70s, was it, doing that song It's Okay to Cry?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people are having such a crisis about like who's a good role model for young men. And I think like it can be like these big tough dudes being like, yeah, it's okay to like feel embarrassed or scared or like have emotions even as a big tough dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Hangman Page, the current AEW World Champion, is his character's very much like that, and he talks about that a lot, about anxiety and depression and things like that. So yeah, it's cool to have a character like that in an overly macho business like wrestling, to kind
Uh
of remind people of those things.
Mick Foley too. Like that's mankind, right?
That is.
Yeah, yeah. When he talked about like how he like listens to Tori Amos before a
Hmm.
match,
Yeah.
like worked as a crisis counselor at Rain, like I don't know. I think I thought that was really cool. Like
Yeah. 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 One of the rare dudes that you'll see in wrestling talk about those things, and there should be more of it. Because
yeah, and I think he's been fairly upfront about like the physical toll that wrestling can take as well, which I think is important to talk about because like people are like, oh, professional wrestlers like make so much money. It's like that job is really, really hard on your body.
Oh yeah.
I feel the
Yep.
same way about like young guys that like are sports stars. It's like, okay, you've got like maybe a 10-year career
Yeah.
and then you crippled basically. And you better hope that the money you earned like as a child, basically, you invested well.
Yeah. Yeah. And not to mention the mental that's going to come after that. Or could. I mean, it doesn't always, but all right, we're almost out of time. So I want to wrap this up. I want to wrap this up by saying fuck Roger Waters. I love
Oh,
Pink
what do you
Floyd. Oh, he just shit all over Ozzy Osbourne because he was like, he was kind of shitting on Sabbath and saying like, "Oh, I was sick of seeing that guy's foolishness on television." Like, look, I mean, Ozzy definitely wasn't a perfect human being. Definitely did a lot of shit wrong, but Christ, dude, just no wonder. You sort of wonder why Pink Floyd, like who the asshole was in that band. I don't think there's any real
think?
question about that. So go fuck yourself.
Like people have applauded Roger Waters for like taking like a somewhat ethical stance on Palestine and like
Yeah,
I don't need to count that. But I also feel like if you kind of look at what he's said about the issue in detail, like it's kind of obvious onto some conspiracy brain shit
yep.
and like uh, it's really dark out. I'm sorry, I'm hovering in the shadows now.
Yeah, you're getting darker and darker as it goes.
Yeah. So like by all means, yes, like I think the ethical position is that Israel is doing war crimes.
Hmm.
But also like, if you find yourself saying stuff that oh the perfidious Jew, like maybe take a step back there. Like you
Yeah,
can say like government of Israel is fucked and needs to be removed without saying things like that. Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
come
Okay. I don't mean to cut us short, but if I don't, the Zoom will. So,
on.
there may not be a show next week. I will tell you about this, Helen, when I hit stop.
Okay.
If there's not next week, then we'll see you in 2 weeks. I don't know.
All right.
Uh, fuck Roger Waters.